Hello, family. Taurus. Y'all actually my signs. Probably like one of the few zodiac signs I can actually get along with. But good morning, grand rising, rich rising, however you say it. Welcome. I hope everybody is doing well today or whenever you come across this message tonight. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, for being here. I appreciate you. For those of you who are new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join our tribe, our star family. Okay, and to those of you who are returning, y'all know the vibes. Switch the roles, assign yourself where you see fit. Don't force anything to fit your experience, your timeline, your gender. All is fluid in tarot. Okay, so I feel like I went through a bit of a shift. Honestly, so I don't know, Spirit has been calling me to do a different type of reading because I'm sensing like there's a big shift, right? It feels like there's a lot of people quantum leaping into new timelines, but I'm also feeling like there's just as people who are stagnant. Hey, Forrest Davis, welcome. Right back at you, 1,000-fold. Right back at you. So yeah, I've been called to do this dragon oracle. Okay, and dragon oracle is about transformation. Dragon is very powerful energy. Okay, so I'm gonna pull on this oracle and I'm gonna do a different type of reading. Okay, I've been really called to do a different type of reading because I feel like there's a lot of people stuck. Okay, so as a Scorpio, change is like changing my underwear. Like when Spirit calls me to move, I move, honey. I have no problem letting people go. I have no problem detaching from what's not serving me. Like, I know how to alchemize the energy, but there's people who don't. So let's get to it and see what the message is today for you, Taurus. Okay, please keep every low-file listener from me. Return any negative energy sent to harm myself or my viewers to the second dimension to be recycled for our highest good. Let's get to while I channel. Okay, what does Taurus need to know today? Okay, so this is like you, Earth and Water Dragon. It says, it's the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Okay, so you're probably a part of the crew that's like, yeah, no, let's get the fuck on with this new timeline because it's no sense of staying stuck in the past. You feel me? So let's read what this says. But here's what the card looks like. Okay. And you know, I was just saying how I'm a Scorpio and my sister sign is you guys, Taurus. So if you evolve into your scorpionic energy, you ascend, right? That's evolution for a Taurus. Well, part of it. But let's see, what does this say? Earth and water. You know, this kind of looks like an eclipse. On this card, behind the dragon, it looks like an eclipse. Y'all see it? Back here. So if you have any like new ideas, you're needing to nurture them, okay? Don't procrastinate. There may be some things that you need to let go of too. I guess we'll see once we get into the read, because that's what eclipse energy is about, and that energy is indefinite, right? The door is sealed, you can't go back, the portal closes, whatever. Okay. Okay, so it says fourth dimensional brown and green earth and water dragons bring the blessing of a new opportunity. They synchronize the energy and timing to ensure it blossoms. The element of earth enables us to ground our projects, while the element of water enables us to flow with them. When combined in the earth and water dragon, these are very auspicious qualities. When mixed together in the physical world, earth and water create mud, which is excellent for growth of seeds. And you know what's interesting? Earth is the only element that accepts water. When you think about it, like air and water, I mean, what would that be like? Oxygen sense, but water would just put fire out. But yeah, earth accepts water. So it says guidance. If you are planting a tree, you place its roots into the soil and make sure it has a good foundation. Then you activate its growth with water. In due course, you harvest the fruit. The more effort you put into providing the perfect conditions for the tree, the better the crop. This card is showing you this is a good time to create. With the gracious assistance of the earth and the water dragons, you can lay a strong foundation for your future. Picking this card suggests that it is a time to start a new phase of your life. Fresh opportunities may be presenting themselves to you, so be ready to nurture any ideas or visions that come to you. Okay, so maybe you're getting downloads of new ideas, new projects, new creative endeavors to embark on, new inspiration or muse. Go with it. And you know, you have to while the energy is there, while it's present, because once it loses its momentum, you're like, no, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. You know, like if you wait around. So, and me as a creative, like sometimes I could be like on a random drive and I'll have this idea and I want to just pull the motherfucking car over, get out and start doing whatever I need to do, because then you can lose it. You know what I'm talking about? So it says, the earth and water dragons will enable you to know intuitively what is right for you and to harness your creativity. They will help you to generate the right conditions to succeed. They will motivate you to put in the necessary work, for this is an important step. And then you can harvest your abundance. Most importantly, they will help you take things lightly. So listen to your inner wisdom. The time for action is now. Okay, so some of y'all might have a creative project that y'all are like procrastinating on. Okay, or maybe you're like second guessing yourself, or I don't know, maybe you feel like you don't have all the tools and resources, or, you know, the right connections. I know it can be hard to, you know, like put yourself out there when so many people have this like crab in a barrel bucket ass attitude, but I feel like the right people will come along to help you, especially if it's a calling. Spirit is not just going to give you something and then throw you to the wolves, right? They're going to help you. At least that's what that oracle said. These dragons will help you. And you know, and earth is super important when we're talking about work and creativity, because earth is like consistency. Earth is time, right? Earth is the tangible things, the practical things, which you still need. Okay, so okay, so this is great. And now's the time, all right, with all this going on and like the government shutting down, people are gonna have to start tapping into their creative abilities, okay, your innate talents, things that you incarnated here on this earth with, in order to sustain. And don't ever underestimate like the power of bartering. Like if you do nails or somebody else does hair, you do my nails, I do your hair, right? You don't need money for that. So, okay, wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. So maybe this is somebody who feels like they don't have all the knowledge for what it is that they want to do, but it comes with it, right? You have to start and then allow it to flow, but you can't just not start. You know what I mean? You'll learn things along the way. Yeah, now we have trust. Trust your intuition. The universe guides you. Okay, somebody could be seeing a lot of butterflies. This guy also has a lot of books. Maybe you can self-educate. I always say, like, the antidote to fear is like curiosity. If it makes you nervous, if it makes you fearful, get curious, educate yourself on it, see what you can know, find out contingency plans. Well, if this happens, blase scoop, what do I do after that? You know, like, let's get one more. But this says to trust your intuition, because this could be an idea, something that spirit has placed on your heart, on your mind, and I feel like you need to go with it. One more card. Courage. Okay, we have an eagle here. That's one of the biggest birds that fly. Okay, so it says courage lies within you. You have the power to overcome anything. I'm getting here, it's like fear or nervousness or anxiety or something like that. Hey, DP. Okay, let's see what tarot has to say. So we have wisdom, trust, and courage. Somebody could have like a father figure or a grandfather figure on the other side. Excuse me, who may be guiding you, or maybe this is like somebody continuing this person's legacy or something. I don't know. And you know, when I was pre-shuffling for y'all, I heard this song by Kanye. It's like maybe 15 years old or something. It's like la 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 la, wait till I get my money right. I heard that song. What's the tarot message, Spirit? I'm so cold. I want to shut that window, but the fresh air just feels so good. What do we need to know? Yeah, see, look, we have the Hermit and the High Priestess. Ooh. This feels like there's a spirit around you. The Hermit is very energy. Okay, and this sometimes the Hermit can also talk about doing your research. So with all these books here, there could be something here that you need to research. Okay, maybe you need to study a little bit more, brush up on your skills or whatever the case may be. What else is this? But I don't know. I'm feeling like this is something around you that's guiding you. Four of Swords in the reverse. This feels like somebody here coming out of Hermit mode. Or maybe needing to. Yeah, you're about to be called to. We got the Tower, the Fool, the Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant. It almost feels like somebody is about to have no choice but to embark on this new journey. The Fool here talks about starting a new journey, taking a leap of faith. It feels like there's a tower here that's about to happen, that's going to force somebody into whatever this is. What else here? Six of Swords. This talks about moving on into peaceful and calmer waters. I don't know why I'm getting somebody who might suffer from anxiety. That's like living in the future. Like the best way to describe anxiety is like when your body is in a place that your spirit is not resonating with. You get anxious because you can see where you want to go. You can see where you need to be or where you want to be, and you can feel it. But because you're stuck, right, not taking any action, right? And the Four Swords is cerebral energy, mental, your mind, right? You get this feeling of anxiety. Anxiety is living in the future. Depression is living in the past. Yeah, look, somebody here, you could be in your head about this. Seven of Cups. Let's get one more card. Or maybe you're trying to like weigh your options or figure out the best, or choose like the path of least resistance. But everything is not meant to make you feel comfortable. Sometimes you gotta be uncomfortable. Yeah, look, Eight of Swords, self-sabotage. Okay, imposter syndrome. Somebody is really in their head. Dear God. Okay, this could be an idea or a talent that you've had since you were a child. We got the Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this could be something that has to do with working with children. Okay, but this Page of Wands with the Ace of Swords, this feels like a download. I don't know, maybe you just woke up one morning and you're like, dang, you know, I really am skilled at Eight of Pentacles back here. I really am skilled at whatever this is. Because the Eight of Pentacles is like somebody who's very detailed. This is somebody who's very skilled. It's self-mastery. And you know, for some of you, this can be like a future thing. To where you are stuck in something. I don't know. But Spirit is going to put this idea on you. And maybe this could be like a child speaking to you. Or telling you about this. Hey, mama, you know you're really good at blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's the Hermit? But also, I'm kind of getting like, could be a lot of monitoring spirits around you too. The High Priestess and the Temperance. Oh my gosh, Taurus. This reading is so spiritual. This reading is so spiritual. So the Temperance does talk about patience, but I feel like there is something here that's trying to align you with your highest timeline. That's what the gives me. Because the Temperance is somebody who's high vibrational. Okay, there in the traditional tarot, this card, the being on it has wings, and wings represent freedom, transcendence, dominion. Somebody could drink a lot of wine. Or maybe grape juice, apple juice. But the High Priestess, somebody here, they have a lot of hidden wisdom or knowledge. It's almost some channeling this energy like you don't look like what you know. Somebody here could even be a High Priestess. Okay, we have Pisces energy here, Sagittarius with the Temperance. There's protection here for whatever this is. So there's a strong need for somebody to follow their intuition, because I feel like this is going to bring about more balance. Whatever this change is, whatever this shift is, or whatever this new opportunity is that's coming in for you, whether it's a job, a creative endeavor, or an idea, some form of inspiration. I feel like with the Temperance here, it's going to bring about balance. It's going to place you in a place of peace. I feel like it's going to bring more harmony into your life. Yeah, look, we got Three of Cups in the Sun here. So the Three of Cups is enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's your harvest. The Sun is freedom, happiness, liberation, growth and expansion. Okay, what's this High Priestess? But there's something here that's like really guiding you through through whatever this is. What's the High Priestess? 5 of Cups. Scorpio, Mars. Ace of Wands in the reverse. What's this 5 of Cups? The Star in the reverse. Knight of Swords reverse. Ace of Wands reverse. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of channeling like this is an idea that somebody got a long time ago. Okay. And maybe this spirit that's in this reading is somebody that you're grieving. Or that you need to grieve. Okay, the Temperance is alchemizing energy. Or if there is anything that you're grieving, right, you can channel this into your creative project. Right, the energy has to go somewhere. If you don't digest the energy, you'll stay stuck. Okay, the Star in the reverse is disappointment. Okay, it can even be a blocked crown chakra. It can be like this feeling of hopelessness, or something that's not operating within their destiny, within their north node. It's also Aquarius energy. It can also be this form of disappointment. Somebody not receiving a wish fulfillment. What's the Star reverse? The Fool. Okay, so we have 2 cards of Aquarius energy, which talks about change. Uranus is Aquarius's ruling planet. I'm getting pessimism with the Star in the reverse. And you know, for some of you, this could be somebody else in your energy that's monitoring you or watching you, and they feel this way. Give me one Star reverse. The Moon and the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is your energy. This is Taurus, Saturn. Okay, the Moon is Pisces, Cancer. Somebody here is wasting time. That's what this feels like. Due to like fear or, yeah, I'm getting fear. And we got the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is saying there are going to be challenges and obstacles along the way. But as long as you continue to move forward, yeah, the 7 of Wands talks about overcoming those challenges and obstacles, being able to work through them. Right? This Queen of Wands is giving me like willpower. Somebody could have Aries, Leo, Sag somewhere prominently in their chart. Okay, but it feels like here somebody has a fear of wasting their time. Like you don't want to start something and then it doesn't pan out. But like the Fool here talks about taking a leap of, that's this courage over here. I don't know, it feels like there's something that you're grieving. And you know, in those times of grief, this is when your soul really cracks open. I don't know how else to explain it. You really start to be able to tap into whatever it is, right? Because it's almost like your ego being removed when you're grieving or when you're feeling vulnerable, things like that. So yeah, there's just a need for somebody to take a leap of faith and to follow your intuition. There's definitely something here guiding you. What's the Temperance? The Hangman. More Pisces energy, more spiritual energy. So there could be some things that you need to sacrifice. I feel like the Hangman either can talk about a shift in perception, but I'm getting like there could be some things that you need to sacrifice. Maybe there's something around you that's keeping you stagnant. Okay, because the temperance is also self-management. That energy is only peaceful, is only grounded and harmony because it knows, right? This energy knows what belongs and what doesn't. What's serving your highest good and what's not. What might be draining you and what might be, you know, inspiring you. What's the hangman? Somebody's dream state could be like really active right now. I'm getting like lots of vivid dreams. Okay, maybe even astral traveling. Okay, prophetic dreaming and things like that. I feel like there's a need for somebody to write it down. 114 could be significant. Somebody needs to write it down because I'm a seer too, right? And spirit doesn't give you all the clues in one dream. Sometimes it'll come out in multiple dreams to where once you write it down and you start to piece it together, you'll start to really see what it means. Also, you can see how like history repeats itself. What's the hangman? But this talks about stagnancy, delays. Yeah, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Delays, missed opportunities. Yeah, somebody just needing to do it. Somebody's just needing to do it. Queen of Wands here. I could be talking to a feminine. Okay, somebody needs to channel their inner warrior, their inner spirit warrior. Yeah, even the Seven of Wands is a Mars card. And the Magician talks about willpower. You know, sometimes you can think about it like the only thing that's standing in between you and whatever it is that you're trying to obtain or what you want is your will, right? What's this Ace of Wands reverse? I don't know if somebody's not getting enough sleep at night or if they're feeling drained. I feel like if that's the case, like from my personal experience, you're traveling at night. You're astral traveling. Your spirit will, at its own will, take you to places you need to go to collect information that you need. Excuse me, to collect information that you need. So you could be really active in the spirit realm. And that's why, like, if you wake up, you're still feeling tired or lethargic or whatever. What's the Ace of Wands reverse? And Three of Wands reverse. This is more delays, setbacks, missed opportunities, a lack of growth and expansion. It can also talk about, when it's in the upright, being optimistic about the future. Okay. Something here that's really significant that's supposed to be happening in your life is being delayed. Because it feels like there's a specific journey or specific timeline that your spirits, are guiding you towards. But you need to take the leap of faith and just follow it. What's the Four of Swords reverse? The Nine of Cups. Pisces, Jupiter. Both of these cards are Jupiter. Four of Swords is Libra, Jupiter. Nine of Cups is Pisces, Jupiter. So this talks about growth, expansion. Okay, this feels like somebody needs to get out of their head. The Nine of Cups is abundance. Okay, it's fame, fortune. Okay, emotional fulfillment, even accolades. Somebody here, it feels like you could be meant to be in the spotlight. What's this Nine of Cups? Or this is like you being well known. Yeah, look, fear. Maybe here somebody has like a fear of success. Sometimes that's it, like, because you have to be able to maintain it, right? Like once you do it, you gotta continue it, you gotta keep it going. You can't just get out there and stop. I don't know, especially when you have a lot of people supporting you. But there's a blockage here. What's the Devil? And the Devil energy is Capricorn. It can still talk about publicity, right? Your reputation, being exposed. Four of Wands in a reverse. Okay, this feels like somebody, yeah, we got 4 and 4 here. 444 talks about the presence of a spirit guide. So this could be like you feel like people won't support you. Maybe like your family. Maybe your family doesn't support whatever this is. But I feel like whoever supports you is for you, right? The people who don't, they're not for you. So I wouldn't worry about who doesn't. They're not meant to. I wouldn't want no fake. They could keep the fake love. All right, what's the Four of Wands reverse? This feels like it has a fear of not being supported. I'm going to tell you now, the people close to you are not going to. They're not. What's the Four of Wands reverse? They're just not. Nine of Wands. Sagittarius moon. Or maybe you don't have support. And sometimes it's like that. It's just you, your vision, and God. And God will provide everything you need. Your spirit guides over here. Because it can be hard, right? This is what I'm seeing. Like, it can be hard to do something when you don't have a support system. When you don't have people who want to help you, right? The Four of Wands talks about anything that brings balance, order, structure, stability in your life. And without it, so there could be some things out of balance here. The Nine of Wands does talk about the wounded warrior. Give me one of the Four of Wands reverse. King of Wands reverse. The Hierophant, the Strength card, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. If y'all don't see this spirit working right behind you, like y'all see what I'm seeing? And the Hierophant is your energy, by the way. It's a Taurus card. But this is you, the Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody else. This Hierophant is somebody else. With the Strength card, whoever this is pushing for you to continue whatever this is. Knight of Pentacles talks about following through, right, on your projects, keeping your word, right, being reliable, dependable, consistent, diligent, you know, because sometimes you do have to pace yourself, or efficient, you know what I mean, being practical. Yeah, no. So I feel like what's out of balance here is this King of Wands in reverse. This could be somebody's ex, this could be somebody's, I don't know, but he feels like somebody from a karmic contract with the Four of Wands in reverse that's continuing to try to create blockages for you. Okay, this energy could be insecure. Okay, he hasn't mastered his fire yet, which means he's probably like, how can I say it in a nice way? Annoying. What's this King of Wands reverse? Strong Aries. Doesn't have to be, but the Four of Wands is an Aries card. And the King of Wands could be Aries Leo. It could be an Aries or Sagittarius. What's lots of wands here? Who's this King of Wands? You know, this feels like an awakening that you may have went through due to the challenges or obstacles that this person put you through. And I feel like it was supposed to be that way. Yeah, Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who got a chip on their shoulder. They think they know it all. Okay, this is somebody who's definitely stuck in a karmic loop and they want you to be stuck with them. The devil energy is here. So now we have the Judgment. Yeah, it feels like this is something, an awakening. Yeah, with the Sun, liberation, freedom. Okay, exposure. This person is getting ready to be exposed for attacking you. Somebody's energy is reckless. This Knight of Wands, impulsive. Somebody is hot-tempered. Okay, it feels like they do a lot of shit for attention. You know, it's like he's standing, when you look at the images, right? The world is on this side, right? And he's like trying to block this portal. Whoever this person is, he's trying to guard this portal, you from stepping into whatever this is. And I feel like this sun is you trying to free yourself. Okay, sunflowers could be significant. Why is the Judgment card here? And you know, for some of you, maybe this is somebody who you're in a relationship with. Okay. But with the King of Wands in reverse, this person lacks ambition. Okay, they lack drive, determination, willpower. This could even be somebody who's lazy. Okay, maybe they say a whole lot with their words, but they don't take any action behind it. Okay, the words and the actions don't match. But to me, I feel like they have to accompany each other. Yeah, there's like a lack of compatibility here with whoever this is. Hey, Lindsay. If this is somebody you're in a relationship with, you two are not compatible, right? And the Four of Wands in a reverse, this is given like somebody who doesn't, I don't know, because I feel the man is going to be able to provide the infrastructure that you need, whether he has money or not, for you to chase your dreams, chase your goals. And this could be somebody who doesn't support it because he lacks his own vision. But you know, the Bible always talks about how a woman doesn't have a place in a man's life until he has a vision for his life. Because then how does he know if you fit, right, into his life? How does he know if you can play the role that he needs? Talk about, so what's the Judgment? But back to what I was saying, this could talk about being at a crossroads between your heart and your mind, trying to decide, like, should I follow my heart or should I follow my mind? What's the Judgment? Page of Wands. Yeah, this feels like you. And for some of you, this could be you awakening to the fact that you've been sleeping next to somebody who actually is the enemy's helper, not a destiny helper. Because the Page of Wands talks about inspiration. Okay, it talks about muse, creativity. And the Page of Wands, that's more of a younger, more childlike energy. And children are free. They don't care about your opinions. They're going to speak their mind. They're going to be themselves. You know, if anything, the Page of Wands is an energy that's not going to try to cater to anybody else's feelings. They're just going to do. They're just going to go with that creative spark that they're feeling. Yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles. This is going to lead to self-sufficiency, abundance. Okay, I'm also getting this Nine of Pentacles is a skill, a talent. This is Virgo Venus, by the way. So you could be somebody that's like very down to earth. Okay, you could be a person of maybe like your love language is like acts of service or something like that. Yeah, this is an idea, a talent. For some of you, maybe somebody wants a pet bird here. I'm looking at this bird. Birds are also messengers. Okay, maybe you could have a pet bird. But this Nine of Pentacles is an energy of abundance. It's also the energy of somebody who's single. Yeah, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. There's somebody here that you need to leave out in the cold. Okay, this is your energy. Five of Pentacles is Taurus Mercury. Okay, the Three of Swords, this talks about loss, grief. I'm feeling like it's a breakup, but something here right after is the Ace of Pentacles. Something here is blocking it. Whoever this person is blocking it. And I'm not sure if this is somebody, for some of y'all, this King of Wands in reverse is somebody that you broke up with a long time ago, and they're so hell-bent on causing distractions for you, creating obstacles for you, creating challenges for you to make you feel you have to be in this energy of always fighting for whatever it is that you desire, for you know, to set yourself free. Right, for others of you, this could be somebody who you're with now. And I feel like the Four of Swords here in the reverse, if you haven't awakened to the fact that this is an energy that's slowing you down or blocking your abundance, your blessings, because look at this. If you haven't figured it out yet, I feel like you're going to. I feel like you're going to. Okay. So yeah, then we have the Six of Swords, which talks about moving on into peaceful and calmer waters. And you know, the Four of Wands in reverse could be disharmony, dysfunction, chaos, arguments, right? Something just not in alignment. It could even be a karmic contract. And with the Devil energy here, I'm seeing it. It feels like this is somebody who came into your life who's meant to awaken you to your divinity, like to who you are. Because the Nine of Cups is like fame, fortune, public recognition, and things like that. Yeah, we got the Ace of Wands reverse. I forgot that was back there. Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this person, I feel like they have no sense of foresight into the future. They feel, this energy feels real complacent, okay? Real stagnant. They don't know how to challenge themselves with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Or maybe they don't. Like, I don't know. What's the Six of Swords? This feels like an energy that you need to overcome. And for some of you, I'm getting like a sexually based connection with this Nine of Cups Devil energy here. Or somebody who's maybe addicted to your sexual energy, or this is somebody who's draining it. And your sexual energy and your creative energy of the same chakra. You need your creative energy, your sexual energy rather, to create. It's the same thing. So if it's drained, right, Ace of Wands in a reverse, you don't have that energy to create. Not even to get up and make your bed in the morning, brush your teeth, you know, do your daily routines and things like that. It's the same thing. So this is something that you need to move on from. What's the Six of Swords? I don't know who this is. Yeah, in the reverse, there's like a roadblock here. Or this is coercion, or yeah. This feels like this is an energy that cannot go with you. And things are blocked right now. This is why. The Devil is right next to the Chariot in the reverse. So Spirit is like, whoever this is cannot go with you. For some of you, this can be, I'm also channeling a different scenario to where this can be like, because with the Five of Cups back here, there's like some form of grief. This could be something that you need to work through energetically or spiritually, right? So if this person is no longer in your energy, right, you still need to work through this. Even if they're not attacking you or causing obstacles or anything like that, this could be something that you're energetically holding on to. Okay, but the Chariot in the reverse, something here is blocked. And this is Cancer energy. Okay, this could also be a lack of confidence. This could be a lack of confidence. Okay, this feels like this person's energy. Because the Six of Swords gives me like you trying to move on. Yeah, look, Two of Cups reverse, Ten of Cups reverse. Give me on the Chariot reverse. I'm picking up on some sort of imbalance here. Okay, maybe it's within your solar plexus, and that speaks to your identity. It's the Chariot reverse. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, see? So I'm getting somebody who's trailing behind their clock of destiny. Okay, there are delays here. It feels like there's like a spiritual holding tank on somebody's blessings. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse also talks about somebody who's not prepared. This feels like there's somebody here who's not prepared to go forward with you. So this energy is blocked until you release whatever this is. Because the Chariot reverse also talks about things being out of control, okay? A lack of discipline, okay? Somebody doesn't have any willpower, any drive. And I feel like that comes regular to a Taurus. Like, my best friend, I have a best friend that's a Taurus. and that shit is just in her. Some things is just in you, or it's not. You know, and after we reach a certain age, it's like some people are just too far gone for you to teach an old dog new tricks. It sounds cliche, but people get set in their ways. And honestly, I feel like at this point, the people who are not awakened, they just need to stay like that, because you'll just delay blessings, your own abundance, your own timeline, trying to get them to the bigger picture and, you know, go where you're needing to go. What's he talking? Okay, why is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? This can also be a cousin. That's what this feels like. Something about this energy feels real destined, okay? But you're not meant to stay here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Lovers back here is giving me third-party energy. But I'm also channeling, like, because sometimes, no matter how much chemistry or attraction you have to a person, how can I word what I'm feeling? So you'll be stuck in a cycle with a person, right? And even maybe a different person, different body, same spirit, right? Different face, whatever, same spirit, until you get whatever the lesson is. So I don't know if this is another person that's attached to them, or it's something that they are not learning with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, that they need to move forward. Because you'll be stuck in whatever it is, that cycle, in whatever that cycle is, until you get the lesson, until you understand it. Then you can move forward, right? That's like somebody who has like an ex that they just keep going back to over and over and over again, right? But they're still drawn to that person because they haven't received the lesson that they need to before they can move on. Okay, give me more on the Queen of Swords reverse, Wheel of Fortune reverse. I don't know, because this don't feel like you. This feels like something else that they have attached to them. Yeah, look, the Lovers. Okay, this is Gemini energy. Sometimes it could be Libra or Aquarius, but the Lovers is Gemini. Yeah, look, Ten of Wands, Death card. There's something else here that this person needs to let go of for good. Like, the Ten of Wands talks about endings, releasings, okay, and the Death card does too. Both the same energy. Or they need to release this before they can go through this big transformation. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, and have their new beginning. Before they can plant this seed, right? And then here comes the partnerships that are balanced, that are cool, right? That's equal give and take, right? That's more about teams, collaborations, right? Versus draining you with the King of Wands in the reverse. I don't know, this read could be for a Taurus masculine, but, you know, switch the roles if you need to. Because this is a man back here, this King of Wands in the reverse, and this Queen of Swords in the reverse is a woman. But the fact that they're both in reverse talks about a karmic partnership. And this is not a part of somebody's destiny with the Star in the reverse. Well, it is a part of your journey, but it's not a part of, right, where you're meant to be going, if that makes sense. So it feels like there could be a lot of passion between these two people with the Lovers, but there are incompatibilities. Okay, chemistry and compatibility are two different things, and I really be needing people to know that, right? Just because you like McDonald's don't mean it's good for you. Just because you like it don't mean it's good for you. What's the Lovers? Three of Swords in the reverse. Libra, Saturn. And you know, Saturn is all about karma, lessons, discipline. Strength card, 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Give him on the 3 of Swords reverse. Seven of Swords reverse. You know, I'm getting this energy of, I don't want to call this person a sociopath or however you explain it. But the Queen of Swords in reverse could be somebody who's very nasty with their words, okay? This can manifest as wrath. This could be somebody that's bitter. But this energy is doing something to keep this person stuck. The 7 of Swords in the upright is usually like lies, trickery, deceit, a person with ulterior motives. You know what I mean? Like, even the 8 of Swords that's right next to this can be like gaslighting and manipulation. Also, the Queen of Swords in reverse is somebody who's a liar. What? Give me more on this Queen of Swords reverse. Because this feels like the blockage here. Who's this Queen of Swords reverse? Maybe this could be somebody's mother. Yeah, look, the Knight of Wands. This person is reckless with their mouth. It feels like they say anything. Okay, I'm getting somebody that's hot-tempered. Who is this? Okay, so for some of you, this King of Wands could be your person, right? And he's showing up in a reverse because this Queen of Swords is something that he needs to work through. Like something about this energy needing to be removed. Or even with the 5 of Cups here, some regret that needs to be worked through. Or I don't know, like what this is. But whoever this is the energy that needs to be removed. Because I'm not getting this as you, Taurus. This could be like a third party in a connection that you're in. Or it could be like somebody's baby moms, or it could be like somebody's mother. What's this Knight of Wands? This could even be confrontation. This could be somebody who's real confrontational. Like somebody that don't know how to pick their battles. Like they just loud nagging. Like, what's this Queen of Wands? I'm hearing it in my head right now. Like somebody just need to learn when to be quiet. That was the 2 of Swords that just fell, Libra Moon. I don't like cards that fall on the floor though. But what's this Knight of Wands? Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this feels like somebody that's not seeing the bigger picture of the situation. Somebody stuck in their comfort zone. Okay, maybe this Queen of Swords is. This could be somebody that's connected to your ex that just won't let this person go. I'm ready to move off of this because every time I keep seeing this death card come out, whoever this is, they just need to get the fuck. Like, for real. They cause a lot of chaos, stagnancy. Okay, this could be somebody that's in your person's pockets. King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. It's like this is an energy who sits around and figures out how to get under this person's skin. Like, what can I say today to fuck up your day before you even make your bed? Like, this is the person that's texting you some crazy ass shit before they even... Anyways. I be trying to be mindful, okay? Because me being a Scorpio, my mouth is ridiculous. I'm not going to lie to y'all, but I'm sensitive to people. So, yeah, the 8 of Cups in reverse is stagnancy. Okay, this person can have an abandonment wound. and they attack everybody that tries to leave them, or every time you try to leave this person behind, they just attack you to figure out they can lower your confidence. King of Wands reverse, to wheel you back in and make you feel like you need them. The type of person that's going to cuss you out and then try to build you back up. Like cuss you all type of stinks and then come over and, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Do you want a hug? And it, no, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Stand on that. That's how I am. I don't know, but what's this Eight of Swords? So yeah, there's something here being revealed. I don't know if this person is holding a grudge, because the Three of Swords in reverse could be a grudge. Okay, this is Libra Saturn energy. There's lots of air over here. This person plays mind games. It feels like they're a wordsmith. I don't know what they do, but this could be some sort of like psychic attacks and sins, or mental cerebral attacks this person does. They play a lot of mind games. They gaslight, they'll throw rocks and hide their hands, whatever it is. This is the energy that's going to keep you in the King of Wands reverse. If I'm talking to a masculine here, because they purposely attack your confidence, okay? They'll tell you like, oh, you can't do this, that, and the third because you don't have blase scoop, y'all mean, but you can figure it out. Like, that's why I say sometimes the only thing that's standing in between what it is that you want and where you are is your will. Do you want to? Do you have the will to? What's this Eight of Swords? Yeah, the Hierophant. Okay, so this is Taurus energy. This is your energy. Okay, so some of you guys are needing to see, like I say, your divinity. This is somebody that's high vibrational. Okay, this is somebody who has a lot of wisdom. They're a leader. They're very high ranking spiritually. Okay, I feel like whoever this person is, they're about to be in spirit jail. I feel like with this Hierophant here, once you move out of this energy, or you decide, right, because you can't send mixed signals to the universe, right? Your mind, okay, and that's the Chariot in the reverse. Your mind, your body, your spirit all have to be in alignment and going in the same direction. That's why if it's not, it'll manifest as a lack of confidence. When they are in alignment, it manifests as confidence. And the Chariot operates from the spirit of wisdom. Once you know, or once you've gained the knowledge or experience, whatever it is that you need to move forward, then you know you have to, right? Because you know why you've experienced that. You know why you needed that. You know why you need to move on from it. But until you see why, right, you won't be able to. So anyway, this person could be going to spirit jail. Once you decide you want to move out of this cycle, right, you have to send the message to the universe that you want to. Mentally and physically, you have to be showing it with your actions, right? The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts. It responds to your frequency, right? Like what it is that you're doing, how you're operating on a daily basis, right? Are you in alignment with your thoughts, right? So I feel like the Hierophant here, this person is going to be stuck. Once you move away from this, they'll be trapped. They're going to be in this Eight of Swords energy where they wanted you to be. What's the Hierophant? Whether this is a man or a woman. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Then anything that they do is not going to work. I'm getting somebody that's lazy. Yeah, see, we got the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I'm getting an imbalance here in somebody's feminine and masculine energies. Yeah, Ten of Cups in the reverse, somebody that's faking their happiness, or they're not whole and complete within themselves. Okay, I'm kind of channeling somebody that could be down low, or they don't really know. They don't know what they want to do. What's this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse? Yeah, the Magician. So yeah, even the Four of Pentacles talks about boundaries. So yeah, this is something that Spirit is guiding you away from. And once you decide you're ready to move out of this cycle, or once you see whatever it is that you need to see and you move away from this, honestly, I feel like it's really just trust. Like it says up here, encourage. Because people like to give the Fool a bad rap for being like naive, or okay, maybe reckless, or like a rebel, or you know, but it takes a lot of bravery and courage to detach from what's familiar to you when you don't know what your future looks like, when you don't know what's next, right? When you don't, but you do at the same time, because you can create your destiny. Remember, you are co-created with the universe, right? And you know you have free will, right? But free will doesn't make you free of the consequences for choosing a timeline that's out of alignment with you. But what I'm saying here is you can create the future that you want. It just takes willpower. The magician, being able to alchemize the energy, using the tools and resources around you to create the environment that you want, the lifestyle that you want. You have the power to do that. But as long as this feels like a subtle but profound form of control that this Queen of Swords has on somebody. So yeah, this Hierophant is giving me protection. Give me more on the Hierophant. And also, not to sound cliche, but knowledge is power. Your wisdom is your protection. When you know, right? That's like saying, like, okay, when you get pulled over by the police or whatever in a car and they try to tell you, get out the car right now, right? If you know your law, if you know law, you could tell them, like, you don't have a right to search my car. Get out the car, take your keys with you, lock the doors, right? That's an example of knowledge is power. If you don't know that, you're gonna just consent. Okay, go ahead. You know what I mean? So sometimes your wisdom is your protection, and the Hierophant is somebody who has a lot of wisdom, knowledge. They also have a lot of influence. Like I said, they're a leader too. But give me more on this Hierophant. This could even be a spiritual test. Spirit could be testing you right now. Knight of Pentacles and the Death Heart. I'm really getting, like, this is a thing, I don't want to say common sense, but the Knight of Pentacles is practicality. Like, for some of you, with the Eight of Swords, this could be you to where you're stuck in your head, but this is something like to where you know this is what you need to let go of. Like, you know you need to release. That's why I said back here with the Judgment, it could be you being at a crossroads between your heart and your mind. All right, because the Nine of Cups, this could be like a lot of love or feelings that you have for somebody, but it's also like you just being content. Or for, like I said, this can be like a sexually based connection. Devil is low vibrational energy. It's an attachment. Okay, and there's a difference between loving somebody and being attached to them. That attachment can be a trauma bond that you have to them, because your subconscious, which is also devil energy, controls your body. This is why it's important for you to heal and awaken. Otherwise, you'll be like, I ain't fucking with such and such no more. And then the next day when they ring your phone, you picking up on the first ring. What? I thought you said you was done. But your subconscious is controlling you. So if you don't heal from whatever this is, you're going to still be stuck in that cycle regardless. Give me more on this Knight of Pentacles. But honestly, I really just feel like somebody, they're just needing the courage to detach, because maybe it's like, oh, getting a thing where somebody like, this is my best eater. I'm not going to find another eater like this. I'm sorry, y'all, but this what this energy is giving me. Like, I really feel like this could be all that's keeping somebody in this cycle. All right, it might be real, but so what? Okay, so what? They're draining your life force. Your chi. They're draining it. Give me more on this Knight of Pentacles. Because, you know, sex can either be a vortex or a portal. It's more sacred than people like to give it credit for. It's more this an interaction. It's an exchange. And especially for women, because, like, you inherit, right? Being on the receiving end, you inherit whatever this person has within their spirit. That's the soul tie. Be a soul tie with the devil here. What's this Nine of Pentacles? I mean, Knight of Pentacles, excuse me. Because I'm really getting practicality. Yeah, look, Ten of Cups in reverse. This is like somebody faking their happiness. Or they know they're not happy. If you're a woman, this could be you like overextending yourself, neglecting yourself, a lack of self-care. Okay, the King of Cups in the reverse right after that is, this could be somebody who's emotionally abusive, or they have a blocked heart chakra. Okay, I don't know which one is worse, because if they have a blocked heart chakra, no matter how much you try to love them, they're never going to be able to receive it, right? Yeah, Two of Cups reverse, Two of Discs reverse. If you're seeing 222, I feel like it's a shadow number. And then we have you in the upright. Queen of Pentacles up here. This is you. You know, I'm getting the energy to where somebody here is being stubborn. This Seven of Wands is back here. And that's fixed sign energy for real. Like, fixed signs do not like change. What's the Ten of Cups reverse? Yeah, the Justice card. Okay, Libra energy. We got the Two of Wands and the Tower right after that. Okay, I don't know, like, for some of you, I'm getting a situation where you could need to maybe put this person, and I'm not giving any legal advice, but I'm getting here something about like child support or family court. Okay, if you started the process to do this and you haven't finished it yet, because the Hierophant also be law. The court of law, spiritual law, whatever, however it's manifesting. It feels like there's a case here that's needing to be worked through. And maybe you stopped. Maybe you stopped working on it, or I don't know what this is here, but I'm channeling a situation like that, to where needing to either take this person to court. This could be like a custody battle. Okay, because even the Ten of Cups in reverse could be child neglect. You know, this Queen of Swords is giving me like, she's so focused on, I don't know if this is your energy, Taurus, or your person's energy, but she's so focused on whatever you have going on that she's not even paying attention or taking care of her kids. This is real weird. Give me more on the Justice card. Like, so yeah, somebody could need to follow through with that court case. That's what this is feeling like. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, Taurus moon. That's your energy. I feel like this is you being in a position of power and authority. Yeah. I feel like this person won't have no choice but to release you, or whatever hold they have over you. Okay. Or I don't know if this person is using kids as pawns and they're telling you you can't see your kids, or they can't go over there as long as such and such is in the picture. And it feels like bitterness. The Queen of Swords in reverse is somebody that's bitter. So what's the Death card? You know, like the Page of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting projections here. Dang, we got the Empress reverse, the King of Cups reverse, the Two of Discs reverse, the Emperor reverse. Six of Cups reverse. There's so much dysfunction. There's like so much dysfunction. Okay. The Tower is here. The Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Spirit is about to intervene in whatever this is. I feel like it just takes for this person to either finish something that they started in court, okay, or to make the decision, right, spiritually, energetically, to move out of this cycle. I don't know. So if you're in a sign, this is it. But I feel like somebody has been getting a lot of dreams. Okay, there could have been like a real active dream state. Lots of prophetic dreaming and astral traveling and things like that. To where your spirit is already giving you signs that this is something that you need to leave behind. So what's this Page of Swords? Yeah. 4 of Cups in the reverse. This person wants you to miss an opportunity. Yeah, look, this could be you, Queen of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups could be a relationship that you're in, but it's like they're projecting a breakup. Yeah, see, this is somebody who's in your energy that is, and I just heard something else too. So for some of you, if you're a woman, right, this King of Wands is your ex, okay, and this Queen of Swords in reverse is your person's ex. Switch the roles if you need to. If you're a man, this King of Wands is your person's ex. If you're a woman, this Queen of Swords is your person's ex. I hope that makes sense. But I feel like y'all might need to take these people to court. 10 of Cups reverse, the Justice card here, the Hierophant, even the 8 of Swords. Because, I don't know, it feels like somehow these people could end up being arrested. That's what I'm getting with the 8 of Swords here, but I don't know. But this could be what you need to do in order to get these people out of the way. Okay, what's the 4 of Cups in the reverse? This is Cancer Moon. The 2 of Swords and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they're blocking, look, right after that. Ace of Pentacles. They're blocking something here, or they're trying to. It feels like if you already started this project, they're trying to block the growth of it by creating lots of drama and chaos and confusion and putting the kids in the middle and things like that. But I don't know. Let's see what this Magician is. And I'm also kind of channeling like a man that's like trying to get the fuck away from this person. But the Chariot is in the reverse. Maybe this is coercion. Because the 6 of Swords is like somebody trying to move on into peaceful and calmer waters. And the Chariot in the reverse is like somebody who's just out of control. They lack discipline, focus, structure, right? Like, and they're projecting all of this onto you, or because you're allowing this person in your space, it's manifesting into your timeline. And you can inherit people's karma, their destiny. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, by being connected to them when they haven't cleared their own karmic debt. You could take on their stuff, especially if y'all are soul tie-in with this devil here, or if you're soul tied to this person. I don't know, but let's see, what's the Magician? I feel like once you decide to move away from this energy, this person is going to be in spirit jail. Or if you decide to actually take them to courts, they could end up going to jail. I don't know, or for facing some sort of ramifications. Okay, yeah, it says adjust posture in the reverse. Alignment, balance, chakra, breath, energy flow. Yeah, they're doing something to create an imbalance. What else? And the 4 of Wands in the reverse is a lack of harmony. Okay, sad news, message of concern, certified mail. There could be, if you are going to court with this person, the Knight of Pentacles talks about having patience. And the outcome I'm seeing is the 6 of Pentacles, to where something is going in your favor. That's your card, Taurus Moon. That's you being in a position of power and authority. Okay. So with the Moon 7 of Pentacles here, because I was looking at something else, but whatever you're working on, whatever you're nurturing, whatever projects you're investing in right now, I feel like there's a need for you to keep it private. Because somebody has real original ideas. It feels like they are innovative. You know what I mean? It could bring like lots of change, or What's the sad news message of concern? Okay, an ocean of suffering in the reverse. Okay, this says emotions overwhelmed, hopeless, negativity, ignorance, powerless, mental illness, narcissist, grief, anger, weakness, struggles, anxiety, spiritual death. All that's in the reverse. So I feel not suffering the way this person wants you to. Okay, ancient teachings. Ancient teachings illuminate the mind. So yeah, I feel like this Hierophant could be you. You have a lot of wisdom. Okay, or if this is somebody that tries to take you to court, right? They don't know that you know. You know your stuff. However, this is manifesting. It feels like you could be outsmarted somebody who thinks they're about to get away with something. What's ancient teachings illuminate the mind? Or they're trying to play some mind games and it's not going to work on you. Okay, divine flower in the reverse. You don't own me in the reverse. You know, this devil here is really giving me this person. Somebody feels real demonic, and I'm not even trying to be funny, because those are the type of energies that are real possessive. They think they own you. No matter how far you try to get away from them, they feel like they own you. Like they want your whole soul. I don't even know when this Page of Cups fell. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, that's that they were blocking a new beginning. Or this could be somebody that's trying to block you from seeing your child, or I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this is you. Fall down 7, get up 8, rise determined and unbreakable. You have a lot of resilience. So yeah, I feel like this is somebody, this card back here, it says affliction, delusion, suffering. This is somebody who's probably in you through the fucking most, honey. They trying to take you through the ringer. It's like they're holding a grudge against you for maybe leaving them or whatever the case may be, because the 8 of Cups that was back here talks about abandonment. Okay, but I feel like if anything, it's because this person wanted to stay stuck. They wanted to stay stuck in their comfort zone, right? But continue to create blockages for you so you would stay there with them. Like, that's weird energy. I don't know what that's about. Because if you see somebody that's trying to get somewhere or go somewhere and they have the determination, right? They might not have everything that they need to get there, but they're solid, you know what I mean? Why not support them? Especially if you want to call them your man or your woman, rather. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not about to sleep next to nobody that has a vision that I don't agree with, for one, and that's not going to support mine, right? I'm not going to tell you to not do it, but if it's not making sense to me, like, hey, you know, I don't know. That's just how I feel. And not that I want to knock their vision or tell them that they can't achieve it, but if it's not in alignment with the life that I want for me, right? Like, I don't know. Say somebody who's like, oh, I want to be a WWE SmackDown wrestler. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But, you know, I'm a root for you. I'm a root for you from afar. And that's the Temperance energy, right? Accepting people for who they are, but placing them where they belong. And everybody don't deserve a front row seat. I don't know. Like, I'm all for people who have goals and dreams and ambition and things like that. I really am. But, you know, like, why would you want to, that's all I'm trying to say. Why would you want to sleep next to somebody who doesn't support your dreams, your goals, the things that you're passionate about? That's weird. Because if I have no in between, if you're not supporting me, then you're in the way. Because that means you're not going to help me if you don't agree with it. So, yeah, the Divine Flower in the reverse gives me a karmic feminine. That's this Queen of Swords back here. And this is somebody that you need to break free from with Don't Own Me in the reverse. Okay, let's get some money messages. That's really what this feels like. There is somebody here that needs to be, this person needs to be left behind. And you know, I'm also getting a channeling a thing to where this King of Wands in reverse, if your woman could be your ex, and you awaken them, right? The Judgment and the Page of Wands. And now they're seeing this Queen of Swords for who she really is. And he's trying to get away from her, right? But the thing is, like, he's trying to come back towards you. And it's a no. It's a super fuck no. Like, you could already be in a balanced partnership here, okay? I'm getting the Justice with the Six of Pentacles. You could be with another Taurus. You could be with a Libra, okay? And these people about to find themselves, especially this Queen of Swords, she's about to find herself right in spirit jail with the Eight of Swords and the Hierophant. Because I feel like once the timeline really starts to shift, or the Fool here, when whoever takes this leap of faith to leave this person behind, or as they are, right? Once you decide what it is that you want, the universe is going to align you with that path, right? This is why they say that all timelines exist simultaneously to each other. Just your actions determine which timeline you exist on, right? But once he chooses to separate from that timeline, this person is going straight to spirit jail. Straight to spirit jail, because she's done a whole lot. And what's the message here about the project? Let's get a money oracle. It's like they trying to come back and you're like, no, negative. So clever, working smart gets the work done. Focus on the basics to get better solutions. Sometimes you just need to keep it simple. Okay, so I'm getting like, if this is a case where somebody felt like they didn't have all the tools and resources or the wisdom, whatever it is, I'm getting like this could be something where you, hold on, let me shut that door. You don't need a whole lot. Figure out how you can use what you already have around you. All right, and as you accumulate more, excuse me, somebody could be really good at math. But yeah, this says just keep it simple. What else? I don't know, maybe you're like trying to, I don't know, say you make, how can I describe it? I don't know, say you make hats or something, right? And you like, I want to make a hat in every color, but you only have enough to just get, I don't know, blue hats for now. Just start with the blue hats and work on the blue hats and sell the blue hats. And then as you grow your business, then you can incorporate other colors and things like that. So keep it simple for now. I feel like the whole idea is just needing to start somewhere. Scribe, it says you have a great talent for writing and content creation. Your words are powerful to influence others that you can use to bring income. There's a typo on this card. Okay. This Hierophant here is somebody that has a lot of influence. I don't know, somebody could be an author. What else? Feelings. It says you may be getting too emotional at the moment that you are losing control of your career and finances. Stand up and come back stronger. Okay, yeah, that's this Five of Cups energy over here. It's some sort of grief. But this is the very energy that you can use, right? Or that you need to alchemize. Okay, now we have discovery. Trying something new and exploring other options will help you learn and grow. The opportunities are just waiting for you to be discovered. So yeah, I feel like whatever this drama and chaos and conflict is that's going on is creating distractions. These people are creating distractions. And I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, things are moving slow. But if you remove this, it can move a lot faster. Because the Hangman back here, Oh, it's over here. Yeah, with the temperance right behind it, this feels like the delays are because this person cannot go with you. Like, so you're going to continue to experience delays until you move them out of your energy. However it is, you got to separate yourself from them physically or take them to court. They need to go. They have to go. Other messages for business do we have for Taurus? And I don't know, for some of you, this new, because nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Maybe for some of you, this is a relationship that you're working on. We do have the Lovers here. And this person is holding a grudge because you didn't choose them. I don't know. I just feel like the quickest way for me to get out my feelings is to get in my bag. Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't know whether that's creating something that's going to bring you money, or, I don't know, trying to level up in some way. Okay, so it says higher. If you're feeling overwhelmed with a never-ending to-do list, outsource your mundane business tasks to a virtual assistant. Get the support. Okay, so some of you guys could benefit from having a virtual assistant. Okay, or maybe, what's it called? Like an apprentice, somebody who wants to learn or know what you know. All right, but they work under you. Okay, then we have meditate. Maybe somebody else here could do YouTube. I don't know what the rest of these signs are, but YouTube is really sticking out to me here. This P is also giving me Pinterest. Maybe you do something or create something on Pinterest. Okay, maybe somebody is a travel agent. I'm seeing the airplane here. Or maybe you want to have the time to take more trips and enjoy whatever it is. Okay, so meditate says, practice meditation to connect deeply with spirit. Visualize your next steps, then take inspired action towards your goals and dreams. Okay, so with the star in the reverse here, this could be somebody who's feeling a little disconnected from their crown. All right, you could be feeling like a little bit of a blockage here. But I feel like that's because it feels like you're somebody whose life is very divinely guided and orchestrated with all these spiritual cards that came out at the beginning. And you have a very specific path, like a very specific, I want to call it like a destiny or whatever the case may be. And your support comes from your spirit team. Like, that's who actually guides you, like, in life. So if you're feeling lost, like with the Chariot in the reverse, it feels like you need to tap back into your guides so they can assist you. Okay, and then the card at the bottom says funnel. Create a dynamic customer experience that nurtures prospects and become paying clients. Okay, build a simple sales funnel. You know, this is kind of giving me like, you know how they say never underestimate the power of planting a seed within a person, trying to make a sale to them. But it's like, how can you drive that sale home at the first interaction? How can you get them to be sold on whatever product it is that you're trying to sell or whatever it is that you're trying to do? It's like something unique, like something different, a positive experience, you know what I'm saying, that's going to make them want to stay or, you know, buy from you and not have to think about it and come back and do it later. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we have advertise here too. Okay, so let's do this one. I'm about to do Oracle card and then I'm gonna roll out and do the next read. But yeah, but I don't know who these people are here, but they're annoying. One of them is stuck. This was like an incubus. The King of Wands in reverse with the Devil. Like somebody that'll drain your sexual energy. Okay, and this Queen of Swords in the reverse, she feels like some form of a narcissist or a sociopath or something. And it's a fine line between the two, ain't it? Like, I don't know. But I'm definitely feeling wrath from this person. And this is what's creating the imposter syndrome, right? This is what's creating the self-doubt or the self-sabotage. I only got 2 cards. So we have light codes and align your universe. But let me get one, Spirit, just 1 card. Mindful wisdom, create inner harmony. Okay, we have the number 28, which also reduced to a 10. So that's the completion of a cycle. Okay, yeah, the owl is a bridge between this earthly realm and the spirit realm. They're very spiritual creatures. And I've heard this theory to where, like, if you have the privilege of seeing one, you are somebody who's very, I don't know how to describe it. You could be very spiritual, or you could be, well, confirmation, my phone just went off. But you could be very, like high vibrational, you know what I mean? So it says mindfulness is the simple act of being present in each moment, but for most people, it's not always achievable during daily life. Complications of employment, relationships, children, exactly. Something's going on here with kids in the family courts. Social activities and career choices can all seem to distract us from achieving this goal. It is only when you choose to become present that you receive clarity of consciousness, peace of mind, and objective understanding surrounding current issues. The owl is a representation of inner knowing and mindfulness, patiently and carefully monitoring their surroundings, followed by clear and direct action. You may be feeling confused about people's actions, but like the owl, we must observe our surroundings to the best of our ability to see the real meaning of a person's actions or the origin of specific issues. Okay, so yeah, this is the Hermit here. And you know, as much as we don't like people, and I don't know, this is how my mind works. I guess because I'm a Scorpio and I can be into like dark shit sometimes. I be wanting to know what made the killer tick. What made that person snap? Right? What happened to where they blacked out and just started doing crazy stuff? Because once you understand that, then you can know how to conquer it. Even the dark shit that people do, or like, I don't know how spiritual you guys are, but like all the demons and incubus and succubus and things that run rampant here in these spiritual once you take the time to understand these beings, like I said, in their origin, then you can counter it. Then you can, right, conquer it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what this feels like. Because honestly, the Hermit was the first came out. So, okay, where did I leave off? But the way I'm seeing this Queen of Swords is holding a grudge with the 3 of Swords in the reverse because she wasn't chosen. And, or whoever this person is not choosing her. And if this King of Swords is related to you in any way, whether this is your ex, your person's ex, whatever, this person is mad because stagnant. They don't have any. Well, the 3 of Wands is in the reverse, the Ace of Wands is in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse. So maybe it could be a thing of confidence, right? They're not confident in their ability to move forward and receive opportunities, or maybe they're not receiving anything. But I feel like their consciousness is in their South Node with the Devil here. So they're too focused on things that satisfy the flesh versus the spirit. That's a completely different experience. When you're trying to satisfy your flesh, that's an insatiable appetite. It's never satisfied. But when you try to satisfy like your spirit, you'll evolve, right? Like, so that feels like this King of Wands problem, if that helps anybody. So, oh my gosh, y'all know what I just heard? I just heard he need to get out the pussy and get in the paint. My spirits be wild, I swear. Anyway, so it says, now is the time to journey inwards to access your inner knowing and personal wisdom through mindful practice to create homeostasis and equilibrium in your heart and mind. Yes, so that's this Judgment card that I was talking about back here. This talks about being at a crossroads between your heart and your mind, right? Knowing which way to go. It says, bring yourself back to a heart space where you can approach anything with calmness and clarity, right? Because your mind is where all the demons, the shadows, and things like that live. Earth is the lower mind of God, right? So we're trying to get ourselves as far away from these earthly influences as possible. Like, I always like to say, it's like being in this world, but not of it. You have to, right? Because you have to be realistic, right? You have to be practical, right, in order to survive here. But I feel like you don't need to be of these earthly influences that other people are attracted to. Because like, even like the more, like physically speaking, the more material things that you surround yourself with, the more grounded you're going to be here to this earthly power, right? That's why like Buddhists and monks and stuff like that, they don't have a lot of possessions, if any. I feel like they only got that damn robe that they be wearing. I'm not knocking anybody's culture, by the way, but that's why they practice detachment, right? Living a, and even this talks about it here too on this clever card, living a minimal, or starting with a minimal type of approach to whatever it is that you're trying to do. So it says, right now, place yourself of value. When the owl appears in your life, it encourages you to use strong intuition to gain wisdom about matters that you shouldn't ignore. More importantly, self-worth and confidence. Tolerance can be achieved through objectivity and inner peace. Acknowledging all our experiences so we can be objective with our emotional and mental processes. Right, so it's like, I guess some people need a purpose, whatever it is that they're trying to do. But being objective gives you a purpose. It gives you a goal, right? Like, you're not just out here doing shit for no reason. Like, what are you doing it for? And I feel like that's the power of being self-motivated. Because if you're motivated to do something another person is telling you to do, eventually that's going to lose momentum. But when that motivation comes from within for something that you want to do, the drive is more present. You're more passionate about it. Okay, so instead of reacting immediately out of anger, mindfulness allows you to be aware of this anger. Anything that angers you controls you. I'm gonna say that right there. Anything that has the power to anger you has the power to control you. Helping you realize why you are angry and then process the circumstances around this emotion. This new form of emotional intelligence allows you to physically react using a positive process and a method that is beneficial to you and others. Right here, I'm seeing court. But it says, while understanding the reasoning behind their behaviors. Okay, so the shadow aspect is stubbornness, impatience, forgetfulness, and thoughtlessness. Yeah, and that's this devil energy, right? Because sometimes the devil in tarot, or just period, people who are low vibrational like that, their consciousness is easily hijacked. That's why they be shape-shifting. Them demons be flowing in and out of them. And being unhealed and walking around with deep-rooted trauma. Four Swords in reverse, somebody could be avoiding the fact that they need to go to therapy for some form of sexual addiction that they have. I don't know if this is like drugs, alcohol, whatever what this Nine of Cups is. Somebody needs to go to therapy. I'm looking at that too with the Four Swords in the reverse. And maybe they feel like they don't need help for it, but they need help for whatever this is. But anyway, the devil is like a hijacking of your consciousness. Because if you are not controlling it, something else is, right? What is controlling it if you're not? That's why they say alcohol, you know, like if you ever look at the signage on the stores where it says wine and spirits, they don't call it that for no reason. I feel like symbolism is nature's language. So it's important to pay attention to it. And symbolism is also for the conscious mind. All right. So you won't catch on to all of it until you are conscious. You get what I'm saying? But that's why it's so important, because that's how this world is ran, down to the colors that they use in fast food and the symbols that they use for these apps and on, you know, advertisement and shit like that. Like, it's not a coincidence. It's programming your subconscious mind, like I said, which controls your bodily functions. So the angel assistance is for Archangel Tzekiel. This is forgiveness, recent judgment, yeah, and painful memories. And then the affirmation is, I react sensitively to others as I respect my personal boundaries. Yeah, so I knew it. This energy is not you. This is people around you, somebody around you, whether they're around you or your person or both. I feel like the blockage here, yeah, wisdom. There's a need to understand what this person's problem is so that you know how to deal with them, because sometimes people don't change. And if it's a situation to where the 10 of cups in the reverse is here, y'all have to co-parent, you can't just like easily get the fuck away from this person. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of tied to them for life. Like, you might not have to deal with them when your kids get older, but they're still going to be around in some form or fashion. So you're going to have to figure out how to deal with this person. I'm about to see what Ezekiel. And you know, I have a spiritual teacher myself, and she told me there are so many archangels. There was a book that she recommended that I need to find myself, but there's so many of them. If I find it, or if I remember where I wrote it down in my journal, I'll put it on my wall or something on my post. But okay, so it says associated, this archangel associated with mercy, benevolence, kindness, and forgiveness in Jewish and Christian traditions. He's also known as the angel of mercy. He prevented Abraham from sacrificing his son Isaac. In occult traditions, he's often associated with the color purple, the planet Jupiter, and is said to help people find inner strength, heal emotional wounds, and gain forgiveness. Okay, he's also for healing. So his appearance, he's often depicted as wearing purple robes, holding a scepter and crown with 4 white wings. Okay, his esoteric associations is purple light ray. Okay, yeah. So you could need to work with this archangel to help you free yourself from whatever this situation is. And you know, like, I don't know how crafty y'all are, but I am. And like, you can't do, you know, take my advice with a grain of salt. But if this is something that's really just getting in the fucking way, sweeten them up. Put them, you know how people create jars to like sour people's lives and stuff like that? Sweeten them up. It's not a bad one, right? This is actually assisting you, which will also help them. And use this archangel. Work with this one when you do it. So, I don't know, just my advice. But anyway, I hope this helped y'all in some way. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all being here. If I resonate with you, okay, like, share, comment, subscribe. But I will catch y'all in the next read. Okay, bye.